The Hema Commission report probed working conditions of women in the Malayalam film industry now has been released. It goes on to highlight some grave issues such as casting couch, sexual harassment, pay disparities, lack of privacy, inadequate facilities for women in the field. The committee has said that incidents narrated by witnesses include those involving highly placed men in cinema. Opposition UDF led by the Congress has attacked the LDF government, asking the CM to explain why it took so long to release the report. He went on to ask the state government if they're trying to shield someone. Meanwhile, Kerala Law Minister P. Rajiv claims that they will surely investigate explosive details in the Hema Committee report and will do everything to protect women in the Malayalam film industry.
The public domain Lundullo, Atana Murdasangal Korekudi Varumarikim, Adalam Samskari Open Episodikim, Avishamai Rubatil and Arabadical Press, Hirikin and Shaktamai Diltanes, Samdakshanam, Sudaksha, Orapurtuma, Samivanavana, Adondana Kerala, Yanola Garing Patikanula, who reported the commissioner than Vachada, a commission Purna is Regal Matram, Angana commission. I don't know. A report and the Garing Porto than the good Sanatil, government in Eartha, as someone the Chula Koragaring Cheddar, Indian the Lam ചർച്ചകളുടെ ഭാഗമായി തന്നെ തീരുമാനിക്കാൻ കഴിയും. ഇതിൽ സർക്കാർ അഭിഭാഷകരെല്ലാം കോടതിയിൽ തന്നെ പറഞ്ഞിരുന്നത് വിടാമെന്നുള്ളതാണ്. ആദ്യഘട്ടത്തിൽ അവരുടെ തന്നെ ചില അഭിപ്രായങ്ങളുണ്ട്. ഹേമ കമ്മീഷന്റെയും അതിനെല്ലാം അടിസ്ഥാനപ്പെടുത്തിക്കൊണ്ടാണ് സാംസ്കാരിക വകുപ്പ് ആ നിലപാടിലേക്ക് എത്തിയത്. വിവരാവകാശ കമ്മീഷൻ വന്നപ്പോൾ തന്നെ സർക്കാർ ആ സമീപനമാണ് സ്വീകരിച്ചത്. എന്നാൽ ഇപ്പോൾ എല്ലാ പ്രശ്നങ്ങളും പരിഹരിക്കപ്പെടുകയും നമുക്ക് ഇനിയും വേണമെങ്കിൽ തടസ്സപ്പെടുത്താൻ സാധ്യതകളുണ്ടല്ലോ. അത് നോക്കിക്കൊണ്ടല്ല, കോടതിയിലെ അഭിഭാഷകർ, നിങ്ങൾ ഈ കോടതിയിൽ കേസ് വന്ന ഘട്ടത്തിലെല്ലാം അഭിഭാഷകർ എടുത്ത സമീപനവും അതുതന്നെയായിരുന്നു.
സിനിമാ മേഖലയിലെ ചൂഷണം സംബന്ധിച്ച് ഹേമ കമ്മീഷൻ റിപ്പോർട്ടിന്റെ സർക്കാർ പുറത്തുവിട്ട ഭാഗം തന്നെ ഞെട്ടിക്കുന്ന, പുറത്തുവിടാത്ത ഭാഗം വേറെ നിൽക്കുകയാണ്. സിനിമാ മേഖലയിൽ ലൈംഗിക ചൂഷണവും ക്രിമിനൽ വൽക്കരണവും അരാജകത്വവും അതുപോലെ ഉള്ള സംഭവങ്ങളും നടക്കുന്നു എന്നുള്ളത് ഞെട്ടിക്കുന്ന കാര്യമാണ്. കാരണം ഇത് വ്യാപകമായിരിക്കുകയാണ് ചൂഷണം എന്നാണ് റിപ്പോർട്ട് സൂചിപ്പിക്കുന്നത്. അതിനേക്കാൾ നമ്മളെ വിഷമിപ്പിക്കുന്നത് 4.5 വർഷക്കാലം ഇതുപോലത്തെ ഒരു റിപ്പോർട്ട് കയ്യിൽ വെച്ചത് പുറത്തു വയ്ക്കാതെ അതിനു മീതെ സർക്കാർ എന്തിനടയിരുന്നു എന്ന ചോദ്യമാണ്. ഇത്രയും ഈ സ്ത്രീ അനുകൂല വർത്തമാനം മാത്രം പറയുന്ന, സ്ത്രീപക്ഷ വർത്തമാനം മാത്രം പറയുന്ന ആളുകൾ അധികാരത്തിൽ ഇരിക്കുമ്പോൾ ഇത്രമാത്രം വലിയൊരു സ്ത്രീ വിരുദ്ധത നടന്നിട്ട് അതിനെ സംബന്ധിച്ച് ഒരു നടപടിയും സ്വീകരിച്ചില്ല എന്ന് മാത്രമല്ല, ആ റിപ്പോർട്ട് പുറത്തുവിടാതെ ഇരുന്നത് ആരെ രക്ഷിക്കാനാണ്, ആർക്കു വേണ്ടിയാണ്, എന്തിനു വേണ്ടിയാണെന്ന് മുഖ്യമന്ത്രി വ്യക്തമാക്കണം.
Going straight across to Shibi Mol, getting in more details, talk to us a little first about why this report or why this committee was set up to begin with. And this essentially is a report that now the state government has promised to act upon. But why the committee to begin with? Shibi, get us the details.
Well, Sneha, the committee was formed in 2017 after the actress assault case that literally rocked the Malayalam film industry took place. So after that, some of the women artists in the industry formed an organization called the Women in Collective Cinema, WCC, and they approached Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan in 2017 and told him about the issues faced by the women in the Malayalam film industry and said that there should be action against it and there should be a committee formed to study these issues. That's when the state government, decided to form a committee headed by Justice Hema, who is a former High Court judge. It was a 3 all-women committee that was formed, which included a bureaucrat as well as a former, senior actress from the Malayalam industry. So all 3 of them studied the issues, met as many people as possible who were part of the Malayalam film industry and formed this report. And it was submitted in 2019. It was a very revolutionary step because it was the first time a state government in the country was forming a committee to study the issue of women. But later on, the government kept holding the report for a very, very long time. It was submitted to them in 2019. They did not release it because there were a lot of sensitive elements to it, suggesting that releasing of this report could bring the Malayalam film industry as a whole really down. It could affect the business of the industry and all of that. So a lot of sensitive content was there, but later it was a long fight. The WCC had approached, everybody possible to ensure that the report gets released. Later on, some of the RTI, some of the media personals here approached the Information Commission, and that was when it was decided that excluding certain parts that affect the privacy of the individuals who have given statements as well as, been accused in the report will be removed. But otherwise, whatever suggestions, whatever Hema Commission has studied will be released. And that's what we saw yesterday. After a long wait of 5 years, the report was released. And a lot of questions are being raised to government on why they did not act upon a report that they have had the details since the last 5 years.
Well, absolutely. These are questions that the government now must answer, the LDF government, as to why it took the government so long to respond to this report, which has been out for the last 5 years. Harassment in the Malayalam film industry is what we're talking about. Hema Committee report is the detail, in fact. Women asked to make adjustments and compromise is what the committee report says. Women asked to be available for sex on demand. Stunning allegations, essentially. Stunning findings, I'd say. Women don't feel safe, rather, in accommodation arranged for them. Hotel doors knocked on by men who are intoxicated. This has happened many times. Many times, men would make an entry into a room by force. An actor took 17 takes at a scene where he hugs the female actor. This is a stunning finding of this particular committee. Artists were defamed, threatened by publishing vulgar photographs and videos. 10 to 15 men constitute a power group in the Malayalam film industry. Now, Shibi also spoke to actor Revati on the Hema panel report. Here's what she told Shibi.
Okay, so after a long wait of 5 years, the Hema Committee report has been finally published by the state government. It definitely is an eye-opener to all the grave issues that the women in the Malayalam film industry is facing. That's always usually hailed for quality cinema. What is your first reaction to the report finally being out there in the public domain?
Actually, be happy because one thing is this is the first time that any state government has made this possible. Though it is delayed, but at least this has happened. A study of this kind has never happened with regards to the film industry. And so in that way, it's very good. But I realize there is a lot of work ahead. And now we'll have to work hand in hand with the government and the film bodies, sensitize people and understand how to make it a safer space to work.
When I was looking through the report, one of the suggestions by the WCC was the internal complaint cell. What are the solutions or what are the suggestions are there, from the end of WCC moving forward, considering that, it's a long battle ahead?
I think it will take us a few days for us all to read. And we are hoping to have a long discussion together and then, make plans and then make the recommendations to the government. So It is going to be a long one. It's not that easy because we need to understand what is written there before we start working on anything else.
Now, we do realize that, WCC have had a long journey when, even in the specific report, it says that it had affected at least some of your professional careers also. It also specifically mentioned an actress who left the WCC and started receiving a lot of offers. So for you as a member of WCC, how has this journey been like? It started in 2017 and it's been like almost 7 years now.
See, for me, being a senior actor, I don't think that has affected me because I did Malayalam films like a guest. My main career was in Tamil and, Tamil basically. So for me, it did not affect me, but I could see how it affected all the other girls, a lot of them, especially the younger ones. Right. There were months without work, and especially after the lockdown, it was even tough because they already went through about maybe 18 or 24 months, at home, no work, families to take care of. So it has been an extremely tough journey for some of them.
Justice Hema mentions about how she was surprised that, some of the men in the industry have also, been victims of the power group of, all 15 men power group. So how are you looking at all of those, statements by Justice Hema and the committee or the findings of Justice Hema?
No, I'm very happy that some of the men came and spoke to her, because that is very important, that people come and speak the truth and their hearts out to a committee like this, because only then can we, unless we know the issues, we can't find solutions. So it has been, I would say, extremely thankful to the people who have gone and spoken to the committee. It takes a lot of courage to, go and speak, even if you don't explicitly talk about any person. To speak about an experience is not very easy.
One last question, the state government, the report was submitted in 2019. They've taken 5 years to publish it. There were a lot of, we've seen it almost like a suspense thriller where there are a lot of twists and turns. How satisfied are you with the government? It actually took 5 years. They could have published it earlier also.
I'm sure they had their reasons, but it's not that I'm kind of negating what the kind of pressure and mental pressure, mental stress that all of us have gone through. I'm not negating that. But see, now that it has happened, it has happened. And I know that there's a lot of hard work that lays ahead. So reading this entire report is going to be quite tough. I haven't even opened the, first page to read it, because, we personally know the kind of things that have happened. Mm-hmm. And the one thing is, I'm hoping that at least now the government has extended their hand of support. First by the court order, where they have said that every production company in the Malayalam film industry should have an IC, which has never happened in any other industry in India, because they did it on their own. Here we had to have a court order to get these people to have. Even now they don't understand what this IC can do and how powerful it can be if it is formed properly with the right people. It's not just put names of your brother, sister, and your wife and husband. Not that. It is about certain people with certain power, understanding, also who can also be a counselor. And I think that was a very important step. The government has held hands on that. Now, more importantly, will be how we are going to work with the film bodies and also sensitize the people who are working in the film industry. Because instead of pushing things down under the carpet, we need to face it. Unless we face it, we cannot make our workspace a safe space.